Hey, so Banyana Banyana beat Nigeria 2-1 last night, and these are my reviews of the match. Hi, what a match! What a thriller! We were on the edge of our seat the whole time. I remember at some point we were up 2-0, and what's this? I was like, I didn't know whether to celebrate, whether to wait until the end of the match, but the girls did it. They really did it. And I think my obvious heroes of this match, Kaylin Swart, amazing performance. Thembi Kgatlana worked very hard in that wing position and scored. Refilwe Jane, oh my goodness. In the middle, she was working. Defensively, she was working. When we were attacking, she was working, and she scored us a goal also. And you know what? She was there, man. She really put in a big shift last night. So my reviews. Where do I start? I usually start with the goalkeepers. Maybe this time let me start with our forward. We finally get Donnelly in our starting 11, and it is Donnelly. It is in the forward. It's Hilda Makaya on the side. It's Thembi Kgatlana on the side. And it worked, okay? Yes, it didn't work as good as we had it with Jermaine, but it worked. They looked a little bit more settled. They trust Donnelly with their crosses a bit more. Donnelly kept the defense busy, so the defense was not able to solely focus on Thembi and close Thembi down. Donnelly was a threat. Hilda was a threat, Thembi was a threat, right? So amazing. I think this three up front is a solid combination, was a good pairing. I do think Donnelly still has a lot of work in terms of improving her accuracy, her takes on the ball, and her aerial game. She did get into some defensive work aerially, which came in handy. So well done to her on a great match. Thembi Kgatlana was working so hard. Oh my goodness. Yesterday, in as much as we were under pressure, not as many questionable decisions as she usually does when we are in that position. A fantastic goal that reminded us of the good old days of the mighty three forward that we used to have. You know what? Thembi scored and stayed on the ball. There is, however, on my side, many balls that she lost that I think needs a little bit more cleaning up, needs earlier releases without us losing possession. Hilda, oh, what a time to come alive. This whole tournament, Hilda has not been her best. And it's fine because Hilda is coming off a injury, I believe, and I also believe that she's not attached to any club right now. So last night, that pass to Thembi reminded me of the World Cup. Oh, it was such a good time. It was one of those where you're like, I know if we're progressing like this, we're going to score. Can it happen? And it happened, right? Fantastic assist to Thembi's goal. Moving forward to our middle field, we had Linda Motlhalo, we had Amgelang Motao, and we had Refilwe Jane. Refilwe Jane was defending. Refilwe Jane was attacking. Refilwe Jane was holding on to our ball possession. What a game she had. She closed down Ashwala so many times where it was like, we're about to concede, and Refilwe Jane was like, not today, Ashwala, not today. Impressive performance by her. Amkhala Motao also had some solid moments. I would, however, want to see more from her. I do think, though, we did look much more in control and stronger with that three in the middle. Linda tended to still disappear in some points of the match, which on my side is like, it's fine. Players will not be on the type of form we want at all times. However, solid performance, much better middle field work as compared to all our matches in this WAFCON edition. Moving forward to our back line. Wow. Okay, so we went back to a Bambanani Mbane and Smagamete's central middle defense, right? And then we went to fullbacks of Fikile Makama and Karabo Dlamini. Oh my goodness. The person I think that was giving me a nervous time was Fikile. But she was giving me a nervous time because she was overlapping so much. Figila was there in the attack. And I can't even fault her because there's some matches where I felt she wasn't assisting enough in our forward play. And when she was as present and as daring as she was in going forward in last night's match, I was like, at this point, I don't know what I want from Fikile, because she's there, she's overlapping, she's attacking, she's coming back to defend. She was coming back to defend slightly late, which, kind of made her side a bit risky. But oh my goodness, what a performance from Fikile. I am so impressed with how she went from what I would say a safer fullback performance to a more, I'm here, I can do this, I want to be here type of performance. And in the middle, Bambanani Mbane and Smagamete, in our previous match, I had complained that they were giving our opponents way too much space. I said it with the Morocco goal that we conceded, to say if Sma had pressed earlier, we probably wouldn't have conceded that goal. And last night, Sma and Bambanani were there, right? They were clearing those balls. They were cleaning up at the back. They were working together. The tension that we saw in the Tanzania match seemed to not be there, right? They were on the money. They were so compact. There seemed to be way better communication, way better team collaboration, and connectivity between the two of them, which made our central defense solid. And we love to see a solid defense from our girls. And then on the side, cream. Karabo Dlamini. I think Karabo Dlamini is one of those players that in this WAFCON edition has, come out of a shell. She was not entirely in a shell, but for me, she's emerging with so much authority, so much leadership, so much composure. There were certain blocks that she made in the box that were very, very dangerous. And Karabo was like, no. Kidding. Not tonight, not today in their time in Morocco. And it was impressive. And the last and definitely best performing Banyana Banyana player in this match, the player of the match herself, Kaylin. You know what? The thing about empty stadiums is that when you're watching on TV, you hear the players on the field. Kaylin was communicating. Kaylin was shouting. Kaylin was staying on her line. Kaylin was staying in her box. Kaylin had reflexes. Yeah? That block that she made from Michelle, that could have been a goal. And Kaylin was like, hey, Bona, not today. Um, she saw the penalty. She committed. She went to the right side. She just didn't get there on time. What a performance. Banyana Banyana. Whew. Oh, we are so happy. Beating your arch rival is good. We still have a long way to go to qualify for this World Cup, but you'd swear we won the WAFCON only because we beat the Super Falcons. And tough luck to them. And as much as we are in a rivalry in the game of sport, particularly women's sport, we compete against one another, and still we love one another. And it's going to be quite a sad World Cup edition without Nigeria. But who took them out? Yes. Yes. Ah, I'm so happy. Oh, well done, Banyana Banyana. Well done. I still have questions. I was very frustrated with the subs, the timing of the subs. And there were certain decisions that were either delayed or not advancing of our game. But nonetheless, I think we are here. There's a lot of work that needs to be done in how we progress forward. But what a match. What a fight. What a performance. What a win. Like the way really never seen it. Even the bench was like, yay, ref. But what a nice game to watch. What a beautiful performance. And once again, well done. Well done, Banyana Banyana. Well done. What an amazing performance. Hey, y'all.